You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Bold and the Beautiful fans. It's Soap Dirt on YouTube. We have got your weekly edition of Bold and the Beautiful predictions. There's so much to unpack based on the spoilers that we've seen and based on the new promo that came out. We are still not seeing much action yet in Rome, but we know there's a bunch to be had and very soon. And so we've got 5 predictions coming off the things that are happening in Italy going into later this week and early next week and beyond. We would love to share all these with you. Before we dig in, though, if you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, casting news, all the good stuff about your favorite CBS soap opera. All right, our first prediction is about what Liam is going to do after he sees Hope kissing Thomas. We're feeling like that Liam may storm off after the kiss because he wants to face Hope in LA instead of Italy. Of course, we could be, off the mark and that confrontation might happen right away. But we do know from some clips and behind the scene footage that after Liam gets really worked up by seeing them together, that it's Steffi that he talks to. So Steffi may promise to keep a closer eye on them, make sure they don't go out together again, sightseeing that led to this kiss. And he may want some time to think about this and then confront Hope back in LA and see if she lies to him, because he could always come home and just tell everybody in LA, oh, I decided not to go. I don't think he's going to take that route. We have another prediction about that. But he may decide to test Hope's honesty, because when he confronted her about what Steffi told him about her crushing on Thomas, which Liam will soon know was the absolute truth, she lied to him, she misled him, and he may want to see how far she is going to go and if she's going to be dishonest with him or come clean and ask his forgiveness. All right, our second prediction is that once they're back from Rome, that Brooke is going to rub her renewed relationship with Ridge right in Taylor's face. Of course, we have deep divides among fans. We've got Team Taylor and we've got Team Brooke, and they don't have a lot of overlap. If there's a Venn diagram, the people who are most likely to not be Team Brooke or Team Taylor are people who just solely blame Ridge and feel bad for both of them. But given how Taylor kind of mocked Brooke's use of the word destiny, and she told Brooke that Ridge doesn't believe that anymore because all the times you betrayed him, they shared some harsh words before this Italy trip. So I do think with Brooke making good time with Ridge while in Rome, that she's going to come home and just rub Taylor's face right in it. And if you're a Team Brooke fan, you're probably going to love this. If you're a Team Taylor fan, you'll probably hate it. And I feel very strongly about this prediction because it just seems typical of Brooke and Taylor's behavior towards each other. All right, our third prediction is that Liam may blab about Hope's kiss to Bill, Wyatt, Finn, maybe even RJ, because we know that Liam likes to show up to see friends and family and just dump all his angst on them while he rages, usually about Thomas. But in this case, it is Hope that has betrayed him. Thomas is going to just be standing there talking to her. And if you've seen the promo, she grabs Thomas's face and kisses him. Liam can see that this is not initiated by Thomas, that it is definitely initiated by Hope. And Liam likes to get advice from a lot of people and then reach his own conclusions and do what he wants to. And it's not always in accordance with logic or advice from saner heads. But I do feel like Liam might tell all these people and ask all of them to keep an eye on Hope and Thomas. He may just be sort of low-key laying a trap for Hope just to see how far she will go. However, given his history, he's really being a hypocrite about all of this. However, I don't think that's going to stop him. All right, our fourth prediction is that Hope may demand breathing room from Liam. Clearly, there's some sort of confrontation coming between them. Liam is absolutely furious. He's furious. He feels like Hope has played him for a fool. He's not going to remember any of the times that he has played Hope for a fool or Steffi for a fool and run off to be with one or the other of them while he was technically still engaged or married or in a relationship with the other. That's what Liam does. everybody knows he is a waffle boy. He is a Lego my ego waffle boy. But that's not going to stop him from laying into Hope when he's the one who feels wronged. And the bottom line is Liam was already kind of suffocating her. He was constantly insisting that she fire Thomas when he knew that wasn't practical. Then he tried to bully her into dropping Thomas from the Italy trip, and she refused. Of course, at the time, she insisted it was about work, but now Liam can probably see it was because Hope wanted to have time alone with Thomas and away from him and their marriage and all of Liam's constant whining about Thomas. So, in her life, Hope has mostly been a good girl. The time she's colored outside the lines has usually been with Liam. So, Liam, and right now he's being kind of needy and smothering and demanding and making unreasonable ultimatums. And of course, he made all those without any knowledge of Hope's crush on Thomas. He just made all those based on his theory that Thomas was after his wife. And he was wrong. And I think Hope might snap on him, and she might actually ask for a trial break and ask him to move out of the cabin. I think that once she realizes especially that he knew, but he didn't say anything to her, it's going to remind her of kind of the stuff he did in the past, where he made decisions without communicating clearly. So Hope may decide to call a timeout on her marriage rather. Interesting if it goes that way. All right, our fifth and final prediction we want to share with you in just a moment, but if you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button if you haven't already, so you don't miss any of our Bold and the Beautiful casting news, promos, predictions, spoilers, all the stuff you want to know about your favorite CBS soap opera. All right, our fifth and final prediction for Bold and the Beautiful is that Brooke may start her wedding planning to also rub in Taylor's face. It doesn't seem likely now that Brooke has got her paws back on Ridge that she's going to wait, because as far as she's concerned, they were wrongly divorced / annulled. I can't remember if Ridge annulled or divorced. They like to throw annulment around even when it's completely legally impractical and unfeasible on this show. They love to do that. And remember, he hustled those papers out so that he could get hitched to Taylor. So Brooke may want to do what Taylor didn't do, and that is get a ring on her finger from Ridge. And of course, Taylor's wedding fell apart when the truth came out about Thomas setting up the CPS call. And Douglas told Steffi, and then she told her mom right before the wedding, and her mom was just in shock, and she should have come down and told him, but she didn't because she was still processing, and then it all blew up. So I just feel like Brooke is going to rub all this in her face and say, and this time, this wedding will go through unlike yours. I expect to see a lot of Brooke rubbing stuff in Taylor's face. Ridge, even when he doesn't like the way that Brooke is acting, he generally won't say anything. That's just how he operates. He just stands there with that look that he always gives while people talk. Exhausting. All right. Let us know what you think about this. Do you think that Hope is going to ask for a break from her marriage with Liam? And do you think Liam is going to storm off or actually have a confrontation in Italy? Let us know what you think.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.